Now I'm showing you a NordicTrack 3.6 CP T9.5S. I believe there's your model number, so if you need to look at it real quick, that's what's on my machine. What happened was when the power went off and then it came back on, this screen was basically completely just this white color. You'd see the boot up of the iFit, but that was it. And then I looked online, someone was talking about how you could do a figure 8 or a greater than symbol as it's booting up. No luck. So what I did is I didn't know where the reset was. So I took the back of it off, and on the right side, if you can see here, there's actually a reset switch right there. Can you see it? And what I found out is if you hit the reset switch, it actually opens up a volume control, and that was all it would do. And I held it in, turned it off, restarted it back on, and all I was getting was a volume adjustment, and I couldn't get it off the boot. So what I ended up doing was I went to right here on the side on mine, there's like a USB port that goes down into the little motherboard. And when I disconnected that, which isn't the power, because the power are these other cables, and the switch are these ones right here on mine. But when I disconnected this, I used a little pin to hit that reset button right in here, hold that in, turn the power off, turn it back on while holding it. It took about 3 times. When I finally did it, the screen went to black with a circle saying updating program. It ran for about 2 minutes, and then basically it went back to a full reboot. What I did is then once it did, I shut it off. I put the I plugged that cable back in right here that I talked about right here. This little USB, this black one that goes on the side. I plugged it back in, turned it back on, and then it booted right back up. And then I just let it do the normal setup, and then put my username and password back in, and boom, came back up. So I just figured I'd show you this, just in case you're having the same problems as mine, because you hate having all this money in this machine and it's out of warranty, thinking there's some major issue, and all you have to do is figure out how to hit that reset. So basically on mine, I actually took it apart, but if you look right here on the right, there's this real little button which you can take a little small pin, or you can bend a paper clip and hold it in. But the problem is you actually have to screw it off to unplug this. Now you can probably try to do the pin and reboot it, but I did it like 3 or 4 times and nothing ever happened from it. So when I unplugged the actual display off that USB port on the side and then redid it by holding that pin, it came on. Okay, hopefully this video helps and you can get your NordicTrack back up too.